up with, as you'll know, Steph Bloom. It's been a couple of days since then, and I just wanted to reflect on that time that we had with her. It makes it even more clearer now, after I got sent through the photographs of the work that Steph did with me at the end of the day. We were in a barn, everybody else had gone home, but they kindly left the lights on for us, and Steph got out her saddles. So check out Steph Bloom Saddle Fitter and have a look at the saddles that she's got there, because as I said before in the last videos, not only is she a walking encyclopedia in the saddle world, she is so experienced, such a nice person in the way that she delivers her knowledge and her expertise. And what happened and the way it works is she sits you on the block as if you're sitting in the saddle, which is quite hard for somebody like myself who doesn't ride a lot these days. If you think I was going from like 6 hours in the saddle for years, I think the last 3 or 4 years of my riding career was literally turning up at a yard, having the horses tacked up, getting on, going, and by the time I finished that ride, I would have been on another horse or going to another yard, and was constantly chasing my tail, literally just riding. So there was hunters, pointers, and flat racers, and I won't go into too much to myself, but I was doing working hunters for other people, so riding other people's horses, and I really felt like I was coming to the kind of pinnacle of my career really, and I was hoping to get sponsored, and because the horses I was riding were real class, especially the ones that I got in the ring. So anyway, that's a long way around the story, because from there I fell pregnant. And the reason why I'm going over this is because I do think that once you've had a child, even if you get straight back on the saddle or into the saddle, things change, you know. I think our pelvis changes, and I think that we get a bit, you know, like with the lordosis, with the curvature of our spine for carrying a baby for that amount of time, for the lack of kind of riding exercise that we do, and then of course the trauma of having a baby. Although I was very lucky in that I had a natural birth and everything, but then carrying the baby, you know, you're getting tight in your shoulders, and if your shoulders are coming forward, there's no two ways about it, you're going to start getting tight in your hip flexors. You get tight in your hip flexors, then you're going to start having troubles with your lower back. Your psoas muscle really comes into play there, but as well as a range of other muscles like your hip flexors, for instance, that whole range. Now what I learnt with Steph when I sat on her block there, sat in the saddle, I'd always rolled a little bit. I'd always felt like I couldn't get my left leg on. This is minute really in the big scheme of things. I always felt that my right leg was on correctly and my left leg wasn't. Now years ago I had an instructor take one leg, my left leg, and pull it out and down and kind of rolled the thigh back, and my hip popped, which is fantastic. So I always felt then that I had a good left leg in a way, but from the hip. But my right leg always felt like the one that was in contact, and felt that was the good leg. But funnily enough, now looking at the pictures that Steph has sent me of her sitting on this, of me sitting on her block, my right leg is way too close, and I'm actually really leaning quite badly to the left, which when you're sitting on a horse, you can counteract it a little bit. Of course, we've got the jacket on with the straight line down the back, straight line across the shoulders, straight line down the arms, across the chest, and things like that. It wasn't until I sat on the block that I realised exactly what I was doing. Now, I seem to have a very good square kind of seat. I do sit on the 3 points, and I think that's thanks to Sylvia Locke, to Becky Chapman as well, who kind of taught me the importance of the 3 point seat. So, as I say, for years I was riding the Hunters, and also did a lot of show jumping previously to that, and then also spent hours and hours and hours, you know, so long in a jockey saddle. So when I was in the jockey saddle, I may have always been straight in a way, because my 3 point seat would have been okay, although I would have been kind of rolling back onto my pelvis, or, you know, back of my pelvis. So I just wanted to kind of discuss it in my own mind, as I do with all my videos, so that I can learn myself what there is to be learned, but also to let you guys know the importance of having a saddle made to you. You know, we've always found a saddle that fits the horse, ridden in it, and we've always been kind of second in line there. You know, always fits the horse, and then yeah, it fits us, so that's good. Where now, you know, it's bespokely fitting to the horse, but also bespokely fitting to ourselves. Now, I sat on this block, got fairly straight, took one leg away, brought it in, one leg away, brought it in. You know, the exercises that Steph gives you. She corrects your rib cage, she checks your scapulars that are level, shoulders level. You know, we're all a little bit, I'm sure, twisted one way or another because of the type of work we do or what we've done. Obviously, I've pole danced for about 12 years, for about 6 of those years almost every single day, and sometimes 3 or 4 hours a day, which is crazy really. So my right arm is always going to be higher and bigger, because that's what I've done to myself. But that aside, you know, we do all have our own discrepancies, whether it's from driving or whatever that may be. When I was sitting on this block, amazingly, Steph put in a felt pad underneath me. Then I really felt like I was upright. Not only was I sitting on the 3 point seat, but it actually made me feel more secure, because it made me upright. It was incredible. Now, I have a very wide pelvis, so that's probably why childbirth was easy for me and this kind of thing. Steph says she's never seen such a wide pelvis. But then after that, she put another bit of felt down, and I felt like I was starting to roll back just slightly. So then she put another felt down, and then I felt not like I was tipping forward. I didn't feel tipped forward, but I did feel that if the horse was then to do anything, I would go forward and I'd be straight out the front door. My balance felt completely off. And it is amazing, just by these different shapes, different types of felt, and you know, the height difference and where they were facing everything, how it affected my seat. It was incredible. So she found a saddle that would fit me. Now, I am a big girl now. When I was riding a lot, I was 9 stone 6 was my absolute max. National hunt, because I was just going for my licence, we were actually just trying to plump me up a little bit. I was eating meat then, like the amount of bacon and cheese butties they were trying to give me, hot chocolates, biscuits all the time to get, even Sunday dinners they would send me home with. One little jockey who was training me, amazing Jimmy, would often give me Sunday dinners during the week to try and keep that weight on me, because if I was going to start racing they didn't want me to carry carry any plates, they wanted me full weight. So that's how slight I was compared to now, where I am roughly about 13.5 stone all the time. So I'm carrying about 4.5 stone more than what I used to. Now, Steph amazingly taught me so much, because what she's done is she's actually said my seat would be a 16.5. And I think that I'm a big girl, you know, and that I would need, for a size kind of 14 girl, as I am at the moment, say, because I don't ride much, would be 17.5, you know. So, but no, it was so eye-opening. So go on, check out Steph Bloom Saddle Fitting. Steph Bloom Saddle Fitter. She's got a website, she's got a Facebook page, and check out what she's doing and the types of saddles that she's producing for your horses and for us. It's absolutely incredible. So yeah, I just wanted to say that if in any doubt, you know, and I think that we often look at saddles and think they are such an expense, but seriously, if you're buying a horse to ride it and the horse is, say, £2,000, it's not, it's going to be £4,000-5,000, because the saddle is crucial to our work. Crucial. You know, back in the old days, I don't know how the hell we all got away with it, but now we're aware of these things. You know, the amount of horses that I would have got on and ridden, especially the horses coming over from Ireland, that I would have thought, you know, maybe were just arseholes and that's why they'd been sent to me. God, if we could have had these saddles on them back then, the work that they could have produced, because they were all amazing horses. But you know, you look back and you think, I really let these horses down. But you don't know what you don't know. Like Steph said the other day, we don't know what we don't know. If you don't know, you don't know, do you? So that's just the way it is, really. But yeah, don't think that, you know, £2,000 or £3,000 is a lot for a saddle. Once you appreciate what these saddles can do, and it was really eye-opening for me, you know, and I see a lot of very good saddles out there. The Horrobin saddles are always really rated, and as some of you may know, I was an ambassador, but lots of us were. I thought I was one of the first ambassadors in the UK for that, and I think it was Gournay from Newmarket Physio that I've worked with a few times that says, no, I was an ambassador for them like 2 or 3 years previously to me. So I've been about a long time, but this company is a new company. The Voltaire saddles, again, very, very good. I mean, excellent. But when you compare to what these saddles can do, there's no comparison, really. So I'm at my first yard now, guys, and I just wanted to check in and just ramble on about the amazing Steph Bloom and the work that she's doing and the saddles that they're producing there for her company. So all the best, have a good day. Onwards.